All right, today let's break down the ultimate guide to different types of soul connections that exist. We generally hear people using words like karmic partner or karmics or twin flames and third party energies. We talk about soulmates and just get an understanding of how these different players actually get introduced to us in our soul connections, and what kind of role that each of these type of connections play, and what is it actually trying to decode for us on our spiritual journey. And let's kick off that one nobody actually wants to deal with. The first one, there's a conversation about how difficult it is to deal with them, and they are our karmic partners or karmics. How do we understand the karmic relationship? Look, I think karmic relationships, they look like an absolute fairy tale on the outside, but behind the closed doors, it's going to take us through a total emotional roller coaster. The whole point of a karmic partner is to burn through past life baggage and clear heavy spiritual debts. So that's why they appear in our lives. So when you know that, how do you know if it's a karmic or not? The simple way that you can test is you can see how much of life baggage is related to them, like how much you're doing, whether emotionally, physically, spiritually, and also financially. The investment that goes into that relationship, you feel it's a heavy baggage, and generally you associate a heavy spiritual debt associated to them. Is it by doing something? And it can feel quite heavy when you're with some of the karmics. And what they essentially do is they push every single one of your buttons. They trigger your deepest unhealed traumas. They make you question your sanity. And they are not meant to stay forever. So as I said, there is a debt with them. And as you work towards paying off the debt, once the debt is actually finished, they are meant to leave you. And they are a crash course in a spiritual growth. Say, for example, once you learn the lesson and drop the baggage, the relationship usually implodes. And honestly, that's you would feel like it's a blessing in disguise. And as you move forward, the next step up, and it doesn't mean like one type of relationship ends to have another. You have few karmic relationships. At the same time, the next type of connections you may have is a soulmate. And we have soulmates. They in the pop culture currently, they try to convince you that a soulmate has to be a romantic partner, which is totally false. A soulmate can be your best friend, your sibling, a mentor, or your child, your parents. It could be coming from any walks of your life. So say it could be your karmic's relative. It could appear from anywhere. And how do you notice a soulmate? Basically, when you are encountering your soulmate the first time, the vibe you feel is effortless, and you experience peace. And it feels like it's easy to breathe in their presence that you've been trying to hold your entire life. And it organically creates an environment where you can support each other for growth, and you can tell that they have your back, and they teach you what unconditional love actually feels like without all the toxic drama that we experience with Karmics. So it's definitely a fresh air, fresh breath, everything. Now, the third type we are going to talk about is a twin flame energy. Moving on to the heavyweight champion of the spiritual community right now, everyone wants to talk about twin flames, but the journey is not a joke, and maybe not a journey that everyone experiences with another individual. So in a way, we are all having a twin flame because we are all separated from the source. And when you have a union with the source, I think you would still experience the twin flame union. But there are few of us out there who has got a bigger mission to achieve, who were incarnated in this lifetime as two separate bodies with the same soul. Basically, the core belief is that your soul or one soul is split into two physical bodies. And when you meet your twin flame, the energetic spark is so intense, it practically melts your circuits. Your twin flame is your ultimate mirror. That means they reflect everything back to you. Imagine a mirror, and you're standing in front of a mirror, but instead of you looking at yourself, you're actually looking at your twin, and then experience everything that you experienced with this twin. It's almost like whatever is happening is in the mirror is actually happening to you. So it's the opposite of how you're used to seeing the mirror, because the mirror that you're used to seeing is only showing you what you are, how you look. But whereas the twin flame mirror shows you things that you are not aware about yourself or haven't come to your conscious yet. Could be good, could be bad. There could be great admiration for the aspects that the twin flame mirror shows you sometimes, and they may support you in your further growth. However, they could be sometimes can bring up the darker aspects of our shadow, and we'll have to go through the deepest insecurities and your ugliest shadow traits, for example. They reflect everything back at you. So that's why you get the famous runner and chaser dynamic, because it forces you to look in the mirror and realize no one else can complete you. You have to heal yourself first. And that's about twin flames in a short description. There are also few hidden players we come across, like there are few spirits and catalysts. Now, aside from the three above that we have discussed, there could be few VIP entries of spirits. And these are your vibe tribes, or people who have the exact same weird stuff you do and validate your path so you don't feel like an alien walking on the earth. You can also encounter people like soul teachers or catalyst souls, and they show up out of nowhere, sometimes cause a massive storm, and then exit stage left just as fast. So their only job is to shake up your compliancy and shove you towards your destiny. Now, which category do you think you has taught you the hardest lessons so far in your journey? You can leave a comment down, or I would love to hear if you have any questions. Thank you.